Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is episode 7 of Grief Talks with Noel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and checking out what I have to talk about tonight. So, as always, if you want to email me, here's the email address, grieftalkswithnoel@gmail.com. If you have suggestions or questions or whatever, comments, concerns, you want to say hey or whatever, you can certainly send me an email. Or if you have my number, you can text me. If you have, if we're friends on or if you know how to find me on Facebook, you can write me there, DM me on Instagram, whatever. I just want to know that you're out there. I want to know that you're listening. And I would love to know if something that we've talked about so far in these past 6 weeks in the past has really touched you or impacted you. Thank you to those who have written me so far and told me how they've been helped. And even people who are not directly grieving right now have reached out to me and told me that it's helping them prepare for the inevitable. So I appreciate you guys so much. And again, this is nothing that I'm doing voluntarily, in that I was not, nobody would choose to go through these emotional calisthenics every single week. I do a lot of digging. I do a lot of really just in the trenches kind of emotional stuff, and I'm not doing it for my own pleasure. I'm doing it because I want to help you guys. I feel in my heart that I've been commissioned to do this. I feel in my heart that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to help other people and pour into the lives of other people, just the way that my father, my beloved dad, did for all of his life. And so I'm doing this to honor him and to help you out there who are hurting. Okay, tonight's episode is going to be a bit more whimsical. We've been in the pit for a while. I was snotting and crying so much last week that I figured today we would bring things a bit more upbeat, and I even got pom-poms and everything. So today I promise you it's going to be a bit more upbeat, because I want to celebrate you guys, and I want you to realize that it's okay to celebrate yourselves. So tonight's episode is called Small Victories. Small Victories. So a couple episodes ago, I defined grief in my own non-professional opinion. I defined it as basically the process of trying to rewire your life after everything that you've known is over, is done, it's in the past. Basically, you had a plan for your life. You had this archetypal model of what you wanted to happen in your life, and certainly your loved one was a central component of that plan. Like, I certainly have a plan for my life, had a plan for my life, things that I wanted to do, and just accomplishments I wanted to achieve. My dad was right there in my head, every single plan that I have. And so now everything as I knew it is over. Everything that I once knew is different. And so in my mind, grief is rewiring that entire process, rewiring that entire plan, rewiring your entire routine. Everything that you know is different. Every single thing is different. So this is difficult. This is the hardest thing that you will ever have to deal with in life. Loss is brutal. It's not easy, and it's not something that you should be expected to snap back from instantaneously. If you see someone who snapped back too soon, they are in denial. And I've been dealing with this thing long enough. It's almost 14 months for me now since I lost my dad. And I've got a pretty keen eye as far as being able to look at people and kind of tell where they are. And it breaks my heart when I see people all over social media, straight up denial. And I know what they're going through, and they are just not even touching it. Not that you have to air it all on social media, but if you're everything is great, everything is upbeat, it's not a good place to be, because you will explode at some point, probably in a place where you don't want to. But anyway, for those of us that are actually embracing this journey, be it painful, be it asphyxiating, be it horrible, those of us who are actually going through it and doing our own self-work and doing our own, crawling through this process, those of us that are trudging through the mud, sometimes we are too hard on ourselves. I'm calling this episode Small Victories because I want you to celebrate the little things that you're able to do. Don't focus so much on what you can't do. I haven't been able to do this. Oh, I'm not back to normal with this. Oh, I can't do this. And a lot of people that I've talked to have really expressed that, and like, oh, I didn't do this, and this person was expecting me to do this, and I was supposed to do this. I was committed to this. I was obligated to do this. That was the old plan. The earth-shattering news of the passing of your loved one plan. That was what you were expected to do before. Like, that's kind of the old you. You really are a different person now. Not necessarily intrinsically, but like, your life has really, really changed. And you're almost, in some senses, a baby right now. In that you don't know this new world. When babies are first born, they do not know what's going on. And they have to kind of look around and just kind of take in this new world and figure it out as they go along. That's where you are right now. That's what grief does. It puts you in the darkness, and you have to figure out how to feel your way through the darkness. So as you're doing that, if you're able to do little things, don't be so hard on yourself and focus on the things that you cannot do. If you're able to do little things during this process, then I want you to focus on celebrating those small, let me get the handles, do this right, celebrating those small victories that you are able to accomplish, those tiny triumphs. Let me give you some examples. Okay, so for me, my goal, especially in January, when at the month after I lost my dad, my goal for January, literally every single day, was to bathe. And I'm proud to say I did that. I got up every single day and I took a shower and I took care of my hygienic needs. Even if I then put clean clothes on and got back in the bed, that's okay. I bathed every single day. And you might be laughing like, what are you talking about? That's so minuscule. No, baby. If you really know what grief is, if you've really been through it for real, you know the heaviness that can weigh on you. As you're in that darkness, you don't even, like, getting up to take a shower is laborious. So the fact that I was able to do that every single day, I got up every single day, and I still do it, by the way, got up every single day and took a shower. Even if that means I got back in the bed afterwards, that is a small victory for me. Little things like eating. That's hard for some people because they're so heavy and so just not themselves. It's hard to remember to eat every day. So celebrate. If you're able to bathe every day, if you're able to eat every day, sleeping through the night, that's a big thing. I struggle sometimes often with sleeping still, peacefully, because I just get most restless at night. And so sleeping through the night for me is a major accomplishment. Sleeping through the night, hopefully for you, is something that you can be proud of as well. Some other things: paying bills, taking care of responsibilities, going to work. Personally, my father passed, as I said, December 19th, 2018. I was out of work from December 20th, 2018 until March 12th, 2019. I could not do it. I could not go back to work. So when I finally was strong enough or semi-stable enough to be able to do that, I celebrated. It was painful. I didn't love it, but I was happy that I was able to do that little thing. So if you're able to get up and go to work every single day in the midst of your grief, and I know everybody didn't have, my job was very, very accommodating, and they held my job for me while I was out for 2.5 months. But maybe that wasn't your case. Maybe you had to go to work more quickly than you anticipated or than you would have liked. But the fact that you're able to do that, and the fact that you're able to carry on and do your job and perform it, hopefully well, small victory. Celebrate. Paying bills, keeping the lights on, taking care of business, cleaning up the house. If your house is still smells like Fabuloso or whatever during these days where you're really grieving, or if your house is like not a complete sty, you should really celebrate that. Small victories, things that you're able to do. Texting people back. That's difficult to do. It really is. Texting people back, if you're able to respond to text messages, might take you a while. One of my friends got on me yesterday because this person had texted me a while ago and I just wrote them back yesterday. But if you're able to text people back, regardless of how long it might take you, especially if you're able to do it quickly, small victory. Even higher than that, calling people back. Being on the phone it's a laborious experience as well, because the emotional energy required to carry on a dialogue is not always something that I have. And I really struggled with that. And I'll talk about that probably next week in my episode next week a bit more. But calling people back, here's the hierarchy: texting people back, calling people back, video chatting people. If you're able to FaceTime your loved ones, pat yourself on the back, because that is a small victory. Okay, going out of town, trying new things, taking trips, things that you're accustomed to doing, but things that are kind of new to you now because of the newness of your current situation. Everything is different, everything is new. So I just wanted to encourage you today to celebrate those small victories, those little things that you're able to do. Don't focus on what you cannot do, but instead pat yourself on the back for the little things that you did do. I took a shower today. I took care of myself today. I went to work today. I called so-and-so back. I attended my friend's loved one's funeral. Wow, funerals are really hard. And I've sang at like maybe 5 or 6 funerals in 2019, all for people that are close to our family. And I pulled myself out of the trenches, out of the mud, and got up and showed up for them. That was hard for me, but I did it. little things that you're able to do in this new normal, in this new uncomfortable, asphyxiating phase of your life. Celebrate. I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself too. Small victories. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next week as we keep talking. And oh, I'm supposed to say that line at the end. Shoot, let me try that again. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I hope to see you next week. And remember, let's keep talking. That's better. Bye.